you knew nothing about what it means to really be in a committed relationship. Sure, you might have had some clue from seeing what it's like with your parents or grandparents or watching movies, but you didn't really know what lay ahead. And you jumped in and you hoped for the best. And there were lots of question marks that you weren't even aware of. You might have had questions about how you might deal with differences and what you were willing to compromise on and how you wanted to be loved. And we also all have attachment wounds and childhood scrapes to overcome, but we're not really even aware about them until we're married. And we often don't even realize how those wounds are going to get triggered. But now that you've been married, you've had this opportunity to see firsthand how you get triggered by your partner. One of the biggest mistakes people make the second time around is they tend to overshoot. For example, a client I'll refer to as Sharon said her first husband wasn't particularly physically affectionate. She figured the next time around she'll find someone who is much more physically affectionate. What happened is she found someone who is even more physically demanding than she is, and in fact he's so affectionate he needs physical affection 3 times a day. Now, Sharon has gone from one extreme to the other. Another example, let's call him Danny. His first wife was very carefree with her spending. The second time around, he chose a partner who is so tight she never wanted to go out for even a cup of coffee. He made the mistake of thinking that all he needs the next time around is someone who is not as loose with the money. When he saw that his second partner was super cheap, he initially thought, great, problem solved. The problem was the second wife was so tight with the money, she nearly had a breakdown every time they had to pay a bill. She had an over-attachment to money. And when it came to a point where she was so obsessed with money that he was made to feel that money was more important than he was. When Chava got married, the first time around, she wanted someone who was deeply religious. She never imagined that she would be with a man who spent half a day davening. Her next go-around, she married a man who was what she would call fake religious. She felt there was a real spiritual chasm between them, as he did all the right things. He ate kosher, he davened, went to shul, didn't break Shabbos, but yet she felt that there was a spiritual gap between them that just couldn't be bridged. Having been married before going back out into the big bad world of dating all over again is really an asset that many don't know how to use. By being able to focus on the things that, like how to communicate with someone or how you ideally want to deal with differences and what you need from a partner in order to express yourself most fully is so crucial and important, because this is what you need to look at and reflect upon in order to make sure you don't go from one extreme to the next. Knowing that the person you're with has your back and is able to overcome feeling their own discomfort and share it, and knowing how to feel uncomfortable without running away or attacking, these are crucial things that need to be achieved in order for a relationship to have a chance to lift off and succeed. It's super common to see our differences and get scared and run away. Many of us are programmed to do just that. It's a survival mechanism. And this is why we need to have a space where we can calm our nervous system so we can stay long enough to see whether someone can hear us and be heard, and to make sure that you don't make the mistake of doing just the opposite the second time around. Drop me a line and let me know how I can help you clear the path to making good decisions this next time around. Lots of people have made this mistake. You don't need to make this mistake too. And if you're somebody who has come out of a bad relationship but has really learned how to be more successful next time around, feel free to share some of the things that you've learned in the comment box below, because that will be incredibly helpful for the other people that are watching this video who've already been married once and don't want to make the same mistake the next time around. And if you'd like more valuable dating advice and relationship advice, feel free to hit subscribe in order to help you get the best out of the next relationship that you're in.